I think you guys are pretty well versed on most of the injuries that we've had. The one that has come clear is BC. BC has an ankle sprain, and he's doubtful for the game. Other than that, everybody else is status quo. Today's practice probably one of our crisper practices that we've had, and it was all based around like competition for the most part. Offense and defense, both teams, both sides of the ball were jockeying for position. I was really impressed with the way our offense handled the first drive. I thought Justin did a hell of a job. Number one, getting guys in and out the huddle, right? Being commander of the offense, knowing exactly what we're trying to accomplish, and end up throwing the touchdown pass to Garrett at the end of it. So I thought that was really good. Even our second and third group did some good things as far as moving the ball. And that's the one thing that we try to preach for the most part is, man, patience, and let's make sure we're getting positive yards no matter what the situation is. And I thought our guys really did that. Defensively, we made a number of splash plays, especially in the back end. Again, that group in the back end is doing a hell of a job. And I look forward to them having a really good season. So that's something that we're going to hang our hat on. And the other thing that we've been preaching, and this is something that's been in-house, but I'll let you guys know, just emotional maturity. And that's never getting too high, never getting too low. When things go bad, man, listen, let it go and let's go on to the next play. And I thought our guys did a really good job of that. When our offense didn't do a good job our last practice, and they come back this practice and they do a good job. So that's everything that we've been preaching. So I'm proud of those guys, how they came out. Listen, this is a tough game, and things don't always happen as crisp as you want it, but you always got to get it out your mind and go on to the next play, and our guys did a good job of doing it today. So any questions?
How playing Saturday?
We're playing. We're playing. I can't tell you how much the guys are going to play. It's going to factor about how the game goes, but we're playing.
The reason,
because I want to play. That's the reason.
It's important at this point for Justin and these guys to
I want our guys to play. That's the reason.
You remember your first preseason game?
Yes, I do, and I don't want to really talk about it because it wasn't good. So I think it was against Philly. Herschel Walker was a personal protector, and I was catching punts. Let's see a 240-pound man just streaking down the field right at you trying to catch a punt. That's not a pretty sight. So I try to wipe that memory out of my mind. But you just brought it up, so.
Did you get fined for your socks that day too?
Say it again.
Did you get fined for your socks that day too?
I'm sure I did. That was part of who I was, though.
It seemed like Justin was pretty decisive today with his throws. Like, how good was that to see it as he's progressed in camp?
Well, I've said before, man, he's a very mature person. And listen, he understands the highs and lows of this game. And there's so much outside noise that try to beat him down. And he's so mature, and he doesn't allow that to be a factor in how he's going to go about his business. And that's something, again, that we talk about like constantly is, listen, when you're at that position at the quarterback, you can't hide from that. That's just part of it. And I get it. I do. But that's the emotional maturity that we talk about, how, man, you can't let anything outside bother you, man. Just only focus on the guys that's in-house. And only focus on getting better every day because you're going to always hear it. And he understands the noise is going to – it's just part of the business, part of being a quarterback. So he can't hide from that, and I'm proud of him.
With the emotional from everybody, starters and other guys, what are you hoping to do?
You know what? Every time we go on the grass, the first thing I expect to win. I do. But I expect to win in ways that we really talk about what we're trying to create during camp. I don't want to ever go out in the game and everything that we talk about trying to build as far as how we're trying to get this team to operate, I want to make sure that's showing up like on the tape, if that makes sense. And that's important to me. And listen, I want the score to be in our favor. I do. But more or less anything, I want the things that we're trying to create to show up like every play that we're out there. And that's what I'm looking for.
With the emotional maturity thing, is that like a point of emphasis, or have you brought in speakers or teaching them techniques?
No, that's just something that we talk about. It's something about being just an athlete in general. And sometimes like people have so many opinions about what you should do about this game and have no clue what it's about. And sometimes players can hear that noise and don't realize, man, listen, you're going to always hear that. That's just the nature of it. You're going to get criticized. People have expectations, and that's okay. But you you can't have people have higher expectations of you than you have for yourself. And listen, I think it's one thing that our guys are really starting to latch on to and understand. And every day I want to make sure I preach that to the guys, because this game is hard. And it's not always going to be pretty. But at the end, you have to make sure you keep pushing, and we'll be just fine.
Do you think the fact that, we've talked about this a lot, the fact that you played, and they're hearing that part, that specific part from you as a guy who played for 15 years, that really resonates with these guys?
You know what? I do. One example that I told our guys, listen, we had a holding penalty in that practice that we had a number of penalties, and it was 1st and 20. I said, guys, all I want you to do is cut it in half. Right? Give me the 2nd and 10. And then cut that in half. Give me the 3rd and 5. We're right back on track. So we don't have to have all these, oh, man, everybody's talking about. Guys, just focusing on what we're trying to do. Cut it in half, we're back on track, let's go. And our guys do, and I agree. It's because I've been there and I've done it. And listen, our guys, they hang their hat on that, and I'm very thankful of that.
How much has the cornerback position changed from when you came into the league?
Say it again?
How much has the cornerback position changed, the demands on it?
Well, they're bigger, that's for sure. But here, I would say this. I've tried to bring back a lot of the principles that we had back in the day as far as corners tackling. I think for a while, corners, it seemed like people weren't teaching their corners to tackle, like it wasn't a big part of the game. And it is a huge part, especially if you don't want to give up explosive plays. So that part of it is what I'm trying to bring back, to our guys. And our guys understand that. And we have guys that's going to tackle. And I'm excited to see that with those guys too. Right? I'm talking about all of them, because they will tackle. The fact that I preach that on a daily basis, they understand what my expectations are with that.
With Brandon Stevens, he's one of those corners.
Say it again?
With Brandon Stevens, one of those corners.
Yep.
What do you like about him to bring him in, and what do you see from him?
He has some of the best movement skills that I've seen out of a corner that's 6'1" and 210 pounds. Like, you don't see guys that big that can move like he can. The one thing that we're trying to work on with him is his ball skills. And as you can see, I think the last couple of practices he had 2 picks. So that has improved with him. But we're still working on that area with him. But he's big, he's fast, he's aggressive. He has, to me, like really, really good coverage skills. And now we're trying to tie that into making plays on the ball, which he's been doing.
Take a couple more. Jamal Pritchett seems like a guy that's been showing up even in spring and summer. What are you seeing from him as, an undrafted guy trying to make the team?
Smaller guy that has a lot of fight to him. I think you guys might have seen him out there when he's blocking. He's not running away from nobody. You watch his ability to catch punts, because the speed that he has and his ability to hit it north and south has shown up, quite a bit. So I'm looking forward to see him, not just on the receiving end, but catching punts also.
Does this game have any meaning for you from your first time coaching this?
Every game has meaning for me. Like, we're going to win. And when I put myself in a situation when it's win or lose, it means a lot.
AJ, we're not going to see you. We'll see you post game, but we're not going to see you before the Giants practices next week.
Great.
What?
No, just kidding.
I won't take that personally. Joint practices.
Yeah.
What's different about them? What do you hope to get out of them that maybe you can't get out when you're going against each other all the time?
I think it's really. I think the players really enjoy that, because they go against somebody different than their own guys, and you get a chance to test yourself. Against some of the other elite players in this league. I'm looking forward to seeing Neighbors. I'm looking forward to seeing Russell. I'm looking forward to seeing all those guys. That D-line they have now, I know our O-line is looking forward to compete against those guys. So to get a chance to go against another team with really good athletes, really good players, that's what you look forward to. And you look forward to seeing how your team is going to operate in stressful situations, because it is. We're going out there for one thing, is to get better, period. It's the only reason that we're doing this, is to get better against another team, and I look forward to that.
Have you
Eric, hold on one second, Tom. Eric and then Tom.
I think you touched on this before, so forgive me, but you're so focused on the process.
Yeah.
Have you thought about what it's going to be like coming out of the tunnel for the first time with this team?
You know what? I have. but I haven't put as much thought as I probably will Friday. But I know it's going to be special. I know it is. And I've always, talked about this, just how grateful I am to be the head coach of this team. So I just know it's going to be special. But I'll wait till Friday, and I'll let you know exactly how I feel after that.
I just had a quick follow-up on the joint practices.
Yeah.
Have you and Brian worked out the tempo of those practices? Like you tackle to the ground, they don't. What do you
Say it again?
I said the tempo of the practices. You guys tackle a lot. They don't. They kind of play thuds a lot. Have you worked
Well,
on
that's
that?
something that me and Dabo will make sure we talk about. But the thing is, we want to make sure we protect the players at all costs.
Thanks, everybody.